Welcome to the Daily Jerry Anderson podcast and an attempt by the presenter to goad Mr. Coyle into railing against yesterday's budget. It's a futile attempt. He's not the same since he came down from the top of the Roosevelt Flats. Furious reaction to the Chancellor's budget special. Have you been paying any attention to the budget revelations?
Can I tell you,
Go
honestly?
ahead. Yeah.
Do you know what I know about the budget?
Nothing.
Cigarettes have gone up 37p and I don't smoke.
That's
honestly,
do you
that's what I know about the budget.
I know, but do you realise it's 37p? Let's convert that to real money. Do you remember? That's over 7 shillings.
Yeah, but that's as much as I know.
You used to be able to get 2 packs of
budget.
cigarettes for that. But furious reaction in England because that's where the people voted for the present government. See, we never voted for them because none of them had ever done time. But you see, here's the thing that I don't understand. I mean, what do you expect when you vote for people because you think they look good on television? So look at your man Nick Clegg. They voted for him because he looked good on television and he's sitting there taking the money off the pensioners. Remember this, the thing that everybody has forgotten. These are Conservatives. They are Tories.
Why are you getting? Don't.
No, but I can understand. But why did people?
On, so.
But why are people surprised? That's all I'm saying. Why are people
I have turned
surprised?
over a new leaf.
You've turned over a new leaf.
I've turned over a new leaf. I'm telling you now, I really have.
Well, why don't you tell us what it is? I was waiting for some kind of an explanation.
Sorry. No, it's the
I
don't care leaf.
I know you don't care. You don't care about anything.
No, but this is it now. I don't care.
You've dropped out of life. Supposing everybody thought like that. Supposing firemen thought like that. Supposing nurses thought like that.
No,
supposing doctors, supposing everybody in the National Health thought like that, we'd be lying dead in the streets if nobody cared. Care, for God's sake. Care. Care. Dear Tonto and Sitting Bull, I see the lovely Chancellor has hammered us smokers again. That's pretty bad, you know. 37p is a lot.
You see,
there was a time you could have got 3 packets of cigarettes for that.
See, I don't care.
I know you don't care, but you should care. Care, Sean, care. Don't be so selfish as you swing your golf club. It'll come to that. Supposing they taxed golf.
Then I would care.
Talk of 37 pence, 7 and 6 on a packet of cigarettes stirs something inside the presenter's breast, possibly the beginning of a smoker's cough. But if it is, he doesn't mind. I loved smoking.
But you're a better man without them.
I don't know if I am or
Yes,
not.
of course you are.
I feel as if there's something.
Of course you are.
There's something missing. Because do you know what happens to me? Do you know when I feel it? When I go on holiday and I'm somewhere nice, you know, and I'm lying on the beach and I look around at scantily clad beauties trying to get at me, but I usually erect a little fence to keep them away. I'm lying there in my little Speedos and I see the blue sky and I look at the water, it sparkles. And I'm standing there maybe with a little Corona and the sun is beating on me. I have the old lotion on. I look around me and I've got a nice book. And I say to myself, this is nearly perfect. But then I say to myself, what would make this perfect? And the answer always comes to me, I'd love a wee fag. To stand there or even lie there.
But you don't. You don't succumb
I just
to that
said
temptation.
I'd love a wee fag.
I know, but you don't.
No, you don't.
You don't smoke.
Because I don't smoke anymore. But I'm saying, if I had smoked, I would have said, "Oh, hand me over those Benson and Hedges."
And do yourself a lot of damage.
Oh, but I'd feel much better.
Listen,
I was a better man when I smoked. I may have been healthier, but I wasn't a better man.
A man gives you the thumbs up.
Something is missing from me.
A man gives you the thumbs up.
Does he?
Yes. He says, after hearing you guys talk about going on 2-hour walks, I've upped my half-hour walk to an hour. So thumbs up, G in Antrim. So there you are. I walked again last night for an hour and a half again last night. So Monday night I've walked for, what's that? What's that? 4.5 hours since Monday night I've walked.
I'm stopping for good. I'm stopping going to the little shop for my figs. I'm hopping on a plane to Spain, or maybe Holland, whichever is closest, because, and not many people know this, it is entirely legal to buy fags in an EU country and bring them home if they are for personal use, and if you can prove that you paid the duty in that EU country. Now it will be economically viable to book a cheap flight every few months and stock up in the Regal King size. He's right, you know. Did you hear me hiccup in there?
Did you walk last night? Did you exercise?
I walked for 2 hours yesterday afternoon between the hours of 2:30 and 4:30. I do that every day. You see, you don't believe me.
How far do you walk? Miles?
5 miles.
Miles?
5 miles.
5 miles.
Are you going to get the calculator out?
No, I would say
5 miles is
5
fine.
miles.
That's a leisurely stroll. The Silly Billy has also offered our local hoods an opportunity to greatly increase their turnover from smuggled ciggies, mainly got from Lanzarote and the Canary Islands. Well done, that man. I also note we'll now have to work until we're 70 before we get a pension. Yeah, it's good to see the pensioners targeted, I have to say. What's wrong with you?
You do about 4 miles an hour. So at leisurely pace, you do about, say, 3.5 miles an hour.
What are you, some kind of time and motion something?
It was quite a slow walk you had yesterday.
Didn't I say a leisurely pace?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm not one of those power walkers. I mean,
oh no, neither am I.
Sometimes you walk out. See all those women? Do you ever see those women out walking with their iPods in and their arms swinging? I mean, what is this?
Not only women, men do.
No, men. No, but men don't swing their arms. Women swing their arms because they're told to do that in their classes, whatever they go to, because they feel as if their circulation is more. And sometimes you go out there, it's like the Red Army out there. The presenter's on-off relationship with BBC Radio 4 is well known and remarked upon whenever certain broadcasters are mentioned. To add to the list of the people he does not like and who are very successful, we can add another man, a man on the scaffold. No doubt, like me, you are a regular listener to Poetry Please on Radio 4. Have you ever heard that?
No.
Well, Radio 4 is the finest radio station in the world except for U105. Presented by ex-scaffold person Roger McGough. A man who collaborated in the song Lily the Pink, the Pink, the Pink. Efficacious in every way. But he still fancies himself as an intellectual. I did a programme one time with Roger McGough. He's not a very nice man.
That was my next question.
He's not a very nice man, no.
Have they any other brothers or just the two of them?
What are you talking about?
Roger McGough.
You think he's Paul McCartney's brother?
Is he not?
No.
Was he not?
No.
Who is it then?
He's Roger McGough.
But who am I thinking of then?
You're thinking of Mike McCarthy, whatever you call him. Paul McCartney's brother, who was also a member of Scaffold.
Yes, what do you call him?
Mike McCartney.
No.
Yes. But he had another name.
No, there's another name.
Look, somebody's telling you. Hold on a minute.
Nobody's telling me.
Who? What?
What's
Mike McGear.
Mike McGear. That's
his real name was Mike McCartney because Paul McCartney's real name is Paul McCartney.
That. Yeah, but the point that I'm asking you, is there any other brothers?
No.
Just the two of them?
Yes.
Any sisters?
I don't know.
Why not?
What am I, some kind of fat genealogist?
Oh, you worked in Radio 4.
That doesn't mean to say that I know if Roger McGough has any brothers
sort
or
of
sisters.
information you should have at your fingertips.
He's not a very nice man.
Is he not?
Do you remember the time Jonathan Ross interviewed Tom Jones? Did you ever see that?
What about Tom Jones' teeth?
Oh, wrong.
Aren't they?
That voice, I'm going to avoid that like the plague because it looks like a whole load of crap.
It looks dreadful.
Listen, one of the things that... did you hear Jonathan Ross interviewing Tom Jones?
No.
It was a great question. Jonathan Ross is famous for not doing any research. Mm-hmm. So he assumed that Tom Jones was not his name. And it wasn't. It's not his name. But his name is Thomas Jenkins.
Yes.
Right? So... so Jonathan Ross somehow thought that Tom wasn't his name, or Jones wasn't his name, so he said to Tom Jones, he said, "That's not your real name, is it?" And Tom Jones said, No. Yeah. And he said, "Why do you call yourself Tom?" He says, "Because that's my name." Our local radio programmes are not exempt from the probing of the presenter and indeed Mr. Coyle, although some people just don't have the dedication that's needed to expose the truly awful. I think I reached the point where you listen to things specifically because they really get on your wick. You see, this is a man after my own heart. You can't do this. There are certain programmes I tell you to listen to because they're so bad.
Oh, I did.
I know, but you never got to the end.
I couldn't.
No, but you see, the point is we're not going to name those programmes.
No, we're
not
going to
fair.
Of course not.
There are certain programmes in Radio Ulster, I say to you, listen to that programme, and I want you to sit down and listen until the very end of it. But you can't do it. You don't have the stamina. I can sit down and listen to the worst programme in the world until the very end because I have to understand why it's been done.
I can do that.
No, the one I told you, the one I said to you, you have to listen to this. You have to get to the end of it. And you never managed it. Now, don't mention any names. It's not fair. You never managed it. You never got to the end.
Listen.
You haven't got the strength.
What you said to me was I listened to it, and I was determined to get to the end of it.
I got to the end of it.
I was determined, and I listened. You didn't say to me, listen right through to the end.
No, I suggested that you listen right through to the end.
I listened to the programme, and I got a good 15 minutes of it.
Yeah.
And I ran screaming to the button.
And that's a clue. It's half an hour long. Talk returns to politics and the effect a life on the front bench has on the hair. From there, it's only a short cut and blow dry to Mr. Coyle's history of facial hair.
David Cameron has went from light brown to jet black.
A
You
mistake.
can imagine his position to be pure white, wouldn't you?
Wouldn't you think so? I would
I wonder
imagine.
if he put tax on hair dye.
I'm keeping a very careful eye on Ed Miliband's little white spot. No,
Aye.
the leader of the Labour Party. It's just
Yes.
right on top of his head, and it's not getting any bigger. And I'm just
No.
I'm watching it to see if it gets bigger. It's bound to get bigger. That's the only pleasure I have out of politics. Watching this white spot. That's the only thing that concerns me that actually engages my attention. Anyway,
He
listen,
has a white spot.
thank you for
Well,
ringing
not
today.
anyway.
Anything else you want to say?
Just your great wee show. Lovely.
God bless you. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Do you remember the time I had a
I
beard?
turned it. Bye bye.
There's a call for you on 2, by the way. But do you remember the time I had a beard?
Bye bye. Yeah, you look like a hunger striker.
Well, do you remember that time?
Yeah.
Well, one of the reasons, or the reason, I would say, one of the reasons why I shaved it off, I got fed up trimming it and
People
looking
thought you were on
after
a blanket.
right?
That's
I
why you
got
shaved it off.
fed up. No, like Ed Miliband, a little white spot appeared just on the chin. And I said to myself,
And that was 35 years ago.
And my beard was fairly dark then.
Now
Fairly
you had a
dark,
Dubliner's beard.
you know. And then this little white spot appeared, and I said,
When was this, 20 years
"No,
ago?"
I'm not going to have that.
How long ago was this?
What?
How long ago was it when you discovered your white spot on your beard? It's about 20 years, isn't it?
Ach,
Yes,
no,
it is.
No,
It is.
Heads of
Can you
Marley.
imagine what your beard is like now? You'd be like Santa now.
Did you ever have a beard?
Never.
Ever have a moustache?
Never.
A little goatee?
Never.
Never had facial hair.
I never had facial hair, no. I always resisted it. I've always been pure
Were you ever
as
tempted?
a baby's bum.
Never tempted.
I was always tempted, but I never had facial hair.
What were you tempted to?
Are you tempted to have facial hair?
Yeah.
Never.
Did you ever? No.
Never. Never.
I would say you'd be a wee goatee man.
Never.
I
Never. I never had anything. I
you
always
never think
enjoyed.
maybe away on your holidays? I'll
Never.
just
Never. I would never even not shave. I'd shave every morning because it makes me feel clean.
I know.
Even though I'm dirty inside.
Yeah.
It makes me feel clean. Thank you for listening. Back tomorrow. Yes, I know.